to encourage again the Kahal. We have for another less than 48 hours the campaign for the Kollel. You have seen already outside Rabbi Galamidi sitting down at the table. And if Rabbi Galamidi is sitting down, it's because it's a very important cause. So please help us out. You guys are going to see emails and WhatsApp with the link. Try to help us out to be able to continue the Torah learning and the Torah teaching for the whole entire community. And Tavo Alechem Beracha. Second thing that I wanted to share with you, yesterday, a man came over to me, somebody from our Kahal, and he told me something very interesting. He told me, as you know, a lot of people, they do the worship of Kadosh Baruch Hu in a way that it's robotic way. Robotic. You do because your parents told you to do it, because that's what everybody does, because you're used to do it. And unfortunately, like Chazal is saying, it becomes mitzvah anashim melumada. A mitzvah that it's already, without any intention, without any thought behind it. So this great Yehudi, and I think he's right in the room over here, came over to me with a brilliant idea. And he says to me, a lot of people, they get into the point of thanking Hashem. That's great, thanking Hashem. It's needed to be able to connect. But it says there is one more level. And that's, when do you say to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that you actually love him? When do we say that? You have a mitzvah ta'aseh deoraita. We said that every single day, at least 3 to 4 times a day. Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha. You have to love Borei Olam, right? How do you love Borei Olam? So the pasuk says, "B'chol levavecha, b'chol nafshecha, b'chol ma'odecha." But did you say to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Borei Olam, I love you? So he came with a brilliant idea, and I want to share with you this idea. If you want more details, I'll share it with you. He gave me a little chip that you can stick it anywhere where you want, especially next to the mezuzah, and it says like this: say it. Say it. I love Hashem. There you go. And he's all the way at the back. So, Chazak Baruch, it's a beautiful idea. Tiskele mitzvot. You should continue doing that beautiful Kiddush Hashem. And obviously, take it. If you want one, or if you want for your family, you put it next to the mezuzah. And every time that you kiss the mezuzah, before you kiss the mezuzah, you say, Hashem, I love you. I love you, Hashem. Chazak Baruch. Sold out. I know that you sold out. You can also try to donate for that. Chazak Baruch. Sponsor it. Beautiful. Rabbi, I want to continue with you. And I want to go one more step that I think it's extremely important. As you know, Borei Olam created the world with one purpose. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Why it's called Bereshit? Why it's called Bereshit? Because we actually sang Reshit Vishvil Israel shenikreu Reshit. The world was created for Am Israel. The world was created for the Torah. Right? That is also called Reshit. Hold on, I'm going to tell you. You're going to be surprised. So I was, yesterday, meanwhile I was trying to do some collections for the campaign, I called up a man. And this guy hold me the phone, mashallah. I'm not going to tell you how long, but very long. Very long. And he gave me nice perushim, haidushim, and then he told me, the first I'm still waiting, yeah. And then he tells me that he went to his rabbi and he asked him, Rabbi, am I allowed to tell a goy that Borei Olam created the world for the Jews. That the whole purpose of the creation is for Israel. I'm allowed to say it. There was a no chas v'shalom. Don't say it, it's going to cause bar minan. He says, I don't understand. Rashi is bringing that clear at the beginning of Sefer Bereshit. You want to tell me that I'm not allowed to share it? I'm not allowed to say it out loud? This guy tells me I was with that question, bothered me for years. He says to me, COVID arrived and his business went very bad. Very bad. He was about to lose it all. And then Rabotai, listen to this, unbelievable. He said, I don't know what happened to me. Borei Olam put the idea into my mouth. I was talking to my accounting, I think it was, a goy. And I tell him, Alejandro is the name of this goy. Alejandro, I want to tell you something. What? Hold on. Alejandro, do you know why God created the world? So the guy said, to be good people. No. Why God created the world? And he tells him the Rashi. And he tells him the reason of all the creation is only for the Jews. This guy heard that. He took a couple of seconds and then he opened up his mouth. He started to say, you know, I always knew that you, the Jews, think that you're better than us. I was always thinking about it, but now that you're confirming it, and then he says terrible things. He said, I don't understand why Hitler was not able to finish the job. Then things like that. Rabotai, this Yehudi that tells me the story, he says to the goy, Alejandro, close up your mouth and listen till the end. And then he said, you don't understand the phrase, and then you get into conclusions. Vishvil Israel shenikdeu reshit. Borei Olam created the world for Israel. What's for Israel? So he tells the guy, all this is assured that he tells the guy, and he tells him, do you know that every time that you don't know what's the meaning of one word in the Torah, you should go to the first time that that word appears in the Torah. And whenever you go to that source, you will get an idea what's the meaning. So he tells him, what's the meaning of the word Israel? What's the meaning of the word Israel? So the first time that we have it, it's by Yaakov Avinu. When he fought against the angel of Esav, right? So he tells him at the end, Lo Yaakov v'lo yikra shemcha od Yaakov, ki im Yisrael yeh shemecha. Why? Ki sarita im Elokim v'im anashim v'tuchal. Because you became a minister of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You know, Saro shel Esav, the Gemara writes, Halacha Esav soneh leYaakov. The halacha is that the goy will always be soneh to Yaakov, to Am Yisrael. But at the same time, that's with Yaakov. Halacha Esav soneh leYaakov. But there is no halacha Esav soneh leYisrael. Why not? Because Yaakov and Israel, those are two different levels. We are Bnei Yaakov, but we are above that Bnei Israel. What's Israel? Israel is to become a minister of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. An ambassador of Borei Olam. Whenever you fight your life and you do the will of Borei Olam, you become Israel. This guy tells the goy, you know, Israel, it's not only Am Israel. That's his chidush already, that I'm not signing up. Not only Am Israel, he said every single creation. Whenever you become ambassador of Borei Olam, you are Israel. That's why it says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Torah and Israel, Hadhu. It's uh, one entity. Why? Because Israel is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How Israel is HaKadosh Baruch Hu? When you become His messenger directly, when you fight against your temptations, against what are the corruptions that there is out there, against things that are not correct, just to do the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Kivyachod, you became a pipe of Borei Olam. So you are HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a certain way, because Borei Olam is inside you. And that's why he tells me that Abraham Avinu, right, got the beracha. What was the beracha? Why is the name of Abraham Avinu was Abraham? Av Hamon Goim Netatich. The father of all the nations, I put you as father of all the nations. Again, over here it's the same concept. Understand that we're not above people. We're not above. I don't feel you guys are nothing and we are. No. We are Am Yisrael, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu choose us, but to give to the world the same message. What's the message? That there is Borei La'olam, that there is a creator in this world. I told you this story many, many times. I will just finish with this, it's very late. I was in Panama years ago, and I went with my family, we wanted to take a small boat, and, to go to a certain private island. We're traveling. So we pay a guy over there with a small boat, and he leaves you there, and he tells you at what time you want me to pick you up. And there is no service on the phone, nothing. Yeah, you have to trust on Borei Olam that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will send you the going back. But okay, that's what we did. Eventually, the guy came back. And the way back, we were the only one in the boat. The way going there were other people. The way back, the only guys. So the guy felt more free, and then he tells me, "Excuse me, are you Jewish? Are you from Israel? Are you from Israel?" I told him yes. As soon as I told him yes, he stops the boat. So yeah, the guy's gonna throw into the water in the middle of the ocean. In the middle of the ocean. And then the guy comes over to me and he said, "Wow, what an honor having somebody from Israel into my boat." The guy was so excited. The guy tells me, "Please give me a blessing. Please give it to today." I said, "Listen, first let's get to the destination. I give you everything." And then the guy tells me, how does that feel to be the chosen nation? He said that to me. So I told him, "Listen, I want to tell you something. I can tell you that there is one thing that for sure I feel is responsibility. Because I have to be an example. And that example applies even in this boat, even when I go to vacation, even when I work here or I go there for a meeting, doesn't matter what. We're constantly an example. The example of how Borei Olam wants the world to look like. That's our obligation. We become Or LaGoim, a light for the nations. And that's Israel. Kisarita im Elokim vim anashim vatuchal. Become a minister. Become the pipe of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Give the right example, and then you're going to realize that there is no more sin of the Goyim because they hate Yaakov, but they don't hate Israel. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.